Hello students, today we are going to discuss the charge distribution on a parallel plate capacitor. In this two plates, first charge Q1, second charge is Q2. So both the charges are different. One plate is plus Q, the other plate is minus Q charge distributed. So here we are going to discuss when the charge is not equal, then how to calculate the charges inside and outside of the plates. So there I'm taking two plates here, two plates A and B. So charge on first plate is Q1 and charge on second plate is Q2. So one plate is positive, one plate is negative. Let me consider here the charge inside the plate is small q, outside the plate Q1 minus Q. Next here Q2 if I take, let me take this nothing but X, remaining charge outer surface Q2 minus X. Hope it is clear. They are separated by certain distance D. Now carefully observe. Find what I'm going to calculate first here inside the plates. Inside this is nothing but a conductor. Here also inside EA and EB. So EA is nothing but electric field. EA electric field intensity inside the plates, which is equals to 0. Why? Because electric field inside is 0 and EB inside is also 0. So what I'll do, I'll try to calculate inside and will equate to 0. Electric field inside we have to calculate. Fine. First, so electric field inside the plate EA is 0 and electric field inside B, the B plate is 0. Let me calculate electric field inside the plate first. So at this particular point, if I want, let me take this point as A and here the point is B. Now if I take a point A, carefully see at a point A, right? At point A, if I consider this is a point A. So how many electric fields will be there here? Let me consider this is first surface, this is second, third surface and fourth surface, right? That means at a point A we have four electric fields for due to first surface, second surface and the third surface and fourth surface. So at this particular point A we have four electric fields. First one, if it is a positive charge, away from positive charge, okay? So away from positive charge due to this nothing but E2. E2 means due to the second plate it is positive charge is distributed inner side. So E2 if I take, it is away from E2. Hope it is clear. So away from a positive charge. Next if I take for first plate, it is away from, for first plate it is away from outside. So this is nothing but outside, outside, outside. Here it is inside, inside. Here it is outside, outside the plates, inside the plates, right? Okay. So E1 is away from the positive charge and E2 is away from the positive charge. Okay. Now due to this B, due to B also, we'll have two electric fields, E3 and E4. Now at this particular point A, if I want ET, okay, E3 is nothing but here towards the negative charge. Sir, no, see, towards the negative charge, this is nothing but negative charge. Carefully, towards the negative charge. Now these are nothing but positive charge for the plates. So for negative charge, it is away from it. That is E3 is away from it, right? So towards, sorry, E3 is towards the negative plate. Similarly, E4 is also towards the plates. So it's nothing but towards the plate E4, right? There's nothing but negative. This is what the total electric field acting at that particular point. Fine. Now we can write for this plate. And similarly, if I would like to write for B plates, that is a second plate, I'll take now B here. If I take B plates, let me take B plates. Fine. When I take B plate is negative. This is nothing but negative. So if I take for negative, first thing is due to fourth plates or third plate towards the negative plates. That is E3 is towards negative plates and E4 towards negative plates. E4. Next, if I take E1 and E2, E1 for this is positive charge. So from positive charge, E, that is away from positive charge and towards plate B, will be getting E1. Similarly, we'll get for positive charge, it is E2. So these are what's total electric fields on point A and point B. See, on point A, we have 4 electric fields, on point B, 4 electric fields, because we have 4 surfaces. So what is the concept that we are using it as? For positive charge, away from positive charge, electric field intensity. For a negative charge, towards the negative charge. That's all, electric field intensity. Same concept I wrote here, A and B. Now let me start EA. So if I want electric field intensity at a point A, now how I can proceed here. Let us see. If I want EA equals to, write the sign conventions here. EA can be written as E1 minus, right? So outside, this is outside, take as outside is positive, inside is negative, right? Inside. Here also, this will be outside, outside of the plates, outside. These are all inside of the plates, inside. Hope it is clear. Now outside E1 positive, remaining all are negative. That is E2 minus E3 minus E4, right? Similarly, if I write EA, how to write EB, sorry. EB is equals to, so outside I'm taking it as positive, so E4 minus E3 minus E2 minus E1, that's all. Okay, so these are nothing but E1 and E2. EA, electric field on a plate A, electric field on a plate B, inside the plates, but inside the plate is nothing but 0, right? So inside is 0, so at the end we'll substitute as 0. Now EA, if I want to calculate, let me take EA equals to E1. The question is E1. So E1 normally on this plates, due to one surface electric field intensity, can you say? Is it clear, all of you? E1. Now, if I take electric field intensity due to plates, infinite charged plates, sigma by 2 epsilon naughts. Hope it is nowhere. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. If I take area of plate is A, here area of plate is A, then I can write sigma can be written as a Q by A, Q divided by A, or E is equals to, I can write a Q divided by 2 epsilon naught into A. Hope it is clear. Now I can keep this in the box. This is nothing but electric field due to an infinite charged plates. Okay, E is equal to Q by 2 epsilon naught into A. I want now E1. E1 you can see, observe here, on E1 means due to outside plate 1, charge is nothing but Q1 minus Q. So simply I'll write Q1 minus Q. Now sigma E is equals to, sigma can be Q1 minus Q divided by 2 epsilon naught into A minus, again you can see here, inside the surface charge is a Q. Here it is X. It is nothing but a Q1 minus Q. Here it is a Q2 minus X. Hope it is clear, right? Now substituting here, remaining values Q by 2 epsilon naught into A minus X by 2 epsilon naught into A minus Q2 minus X divided by 2 epsilon naught into A. Hope it is clear. Once you check it out, fine. So here Q1 minus Q is the first surface charge, outer surface. Q is the inner surface charge. Again, for second surface, if you take inner surface is X, outer surface is nothing but Q2 minus X charges distributed. Okay. Now this EA should be equal to 0. Why it is equal to 0? Because inside electric field, inside the conductor is 0. Hopefully clear here. So here we are taking the charges even outside only. This is nothing but outside. I was showing it is inside, but it is outside only, right? In 3-dimensional, if you imagine, so it is outside. The charges are outside. Fine. Now we can equate this to 0. 0 equals to, now what I can do, I can take common here, 1 by 2 epsilon naughts into A. If I take common A, then Q1 minus a Q minus a Q, right, minus X minus Q2, minus of minus, here it is plus, so plus X, right. So simply I can write a q1 minus q, that is nothing but a 2q. Here x will get cancelled, so minus a q2 equal to a 0. Now what I'm getting, q1 minus a q2 minus a 2q is equals to a 0, or we can write q1 minus a q2 equals to 2q, or simply I can write q is equals to q1 minus a q2 divided by 2. So this is nothing but a charge inside q. Q is the charge inside, you can see here. So Q inside the first plate, Q is equal to Q1 minus Q2. Hope it is clear, this one. Q1 minus Q2 by 2. Q1 minus Q2 divided by 2. Okay. Now if I want outside plates, what is that outside of Q1 minus Q? So here I can write at the junction, what is the charge distributed here? Q1 minus Q2 divided by 2 inside a plate. Now taking outside plates, obviously we can say that outside plate, how much it will be? One is Q1 minus Q2, remaining thing will be Q1 plus Q2 divided by 2 only will be getting. Let us check it out. Here we want outside first surface outside Q1 minus Q. So outside if I take Q1 minus Q equals to Q1 minus small q, we got it as Q1 minus Q2 divided by 2, right? Then Q1 minus Q is equals to, we can write 2Q1, right? 2Q1 minus here Q1 plus Q2 divided by 2, or simply I can write a Q1 minus Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2 divided by 2. It is clear. So this is the charge distributed on the second, that is outside surface. Outside surface I can write here. So what is outside surface? Yeah, this will be the outside surface. Here I am getting Q1 plus Q2 divided by 2. Hope it is clear. One side inside is Q1 minus Q2 divided by 2. Outside is Q1 plus Q2 divided by 2. Right? Hopefully it is clear. And now we want to calculate x. Now to calculate the value of x, similar manner will proceed. So we want to calculate EB. EB means this one we have to calculate. Now let me take EB here. Fine. So EB is equals to, as I wrote there, EB equal to, fine, Q2. So here E4 minus E3 minus E2 minus E1, right? Okay, EB if I take again, EB is equals to E4. E4 you can see clearly. See, E4 I want to calculate. E4 means outside the surface of the second plate. E3 is nothing but inside of the second plate. E2 is nothing but inside the first plate. E1 is nothing but outside the first plate, right? Okay. Now I can write the charge distribution here. Q2 minus x divided by 2 epsilon naught into A. So see here nothing but a q2 minus x divided by 2 epsilon naught into A minus x by x divided by 2 epsilon naught into A. Next minus q divided by 2 epsilon naught into A minus q1 minus here you can see, due to first surface q1 minus q divided by capital Q1 minus a small q. So capital Q1 minus a small q divided by 2 epsilon naughts divided by 2 epsilon naught into A. So this is nothing but electric field due to plate B. Now if I take EB equals to, I can take common here 1 by 2 epsilon naught into A. If I take common, then I can write a q2 minus x minus q here minus q1 minus of minus, this is plus q. So EB inside the surface equal to 0, or simply I can write q2 minus x minus x here it is minus 2x. Here q and q will get cancelled, minus q1 equal to 0. Now what I can write from here, q2 minus q1 equals to 2x. It's nothing but 2x. Hope it is clear. Nothing but 2x. So q2 minus q1 is equal to 2x, or x is equals to, already here, x equals to q2 minus q1 divided by 2. Hope it is clear, right? This can also be written as x is equals to minus of q1 minus q2 divided by 2. This is the charge which is present inside. Now carefully when you observe here, see the inside surface is q1 minus q2 by 2. This is the charge out inside, that is inside of the plate, first plate, and the second plate inside is this is opposite to this one. Opposite is minus q1 minus q2 divided by 2. Hope it is clear. If this is positive, this will be negative. If the surface 2 has a positive charge, surface 3 should have negative charge. Hope it is clear till this point. Okay. Next, we'll try to calculate q2 minus x outside. So can you calculate q2 minus x? What you'll be getting? q2 minus x, right? So if I substitute q2 minus x, let us see here. So we want to calculate q2 minus x. That is a charge on the q2 minus x we require. So if I want to calculate q2 minus x, now q2 minus x is q2 minus of minus q1 divided by what? 2. Is it clear? So here let me just, it is nothing but divided by 2. Fine. Yes, which will be getting it as a 2 q2 minus q2 plus q1 divided by 2. Or simply I can write now q2, that is a q2 plus q1 divided by 2. Or simply we'll be getting, so q1 plus q2 divided by 2 is outside, that is a q2 minus x in the brackets. Fine. So here outside, if you take, see very clearly outside. So whatever we are getting here, q1 plus q2 divided by 2, same thing we are getting q1 plus q2 divided by 2. So this is a conservation of charge, we can say. See first plate q1 plus q2 divided by 2. For second surface, opposite to that we are getting it as, that is nothing but a q1 minus q2 divided by 2. One is q1 plus q2 divided by 2, q1 minus q2 divided by 2. Okay, and here second surface q1 minus q2 divided by 2. On the third surface minus q2, that is opposite charge is developed. Again opposite charge is developed there. Hope this is clear, all of you. Once you can check it out. If you have still any doubts, let me know. Right. Now here these are charge distributions 1, and here it is 2. So the question is asked, how to develop a question on this concepts, right? Here we took electric fields E and EB, and then finally we equated it to 0 and calculated the charges inside and outside the surfaces. Okay, now coming back to, just to take one example and tell me the answer. So example, so here two charged plates are there, parallel plate capacitors, right? One plate is there, another plates are separated by small distance, right? At 10 microcoulombs, and this is minus 4 microcoulombs. So can you tell me now what are the charges on the first 1, 2, 3, 4? Just I'll give some time to you, at least 2 minutes. You try and tell me the answer to me. Very good answers. See, first surface we got how much? 3 microcoulombs, and the second surface we got 7 microcoulombs. Here it is minus 7 microcoulombs, and outer again it is nothing but 3 microcoulombs. Hope it is clear, all of you. So inside whatever develops, we can see here 3 microcoulombs, outside here also 3 microcoulombs. If it is, this is 7 microcoulombs, here it is minus 7 microcoulombs, right? Is it clear that one, all of you? Hope you understood till this point. If you have any doubts, let me know, then we'll proceed. Now combination of capacitors. I'm taking 3 capacitors. Each capacitance is C1. Here it is C2, C3. 3 capacitors of capacitance C1, C2, C3. Okay. Now these are connected by a conducting wire. Let us imagine these are connected by conducting wire like this. And the first plate of first capacitor is connected to a battery of potential V. So this is nothing but V, right? Now when you see initially there is no charges on it. So when I connect to a battery of potential V, here it is a positive, this will be negative, positive and negative. Carefully see, positive means it is V, negative means 0. Potential difference is nothing but potential difference is V. That means one end V should be there, other end will be 0. So this V will be transferred straight and it will comes here, and this will be transferred through the wire. The potential at this particular point is 0. Again it will be transferred here and it will be 0. This V will be transferred and it will comes here, right? That means obviously at the ends V and 0. Potential difference is V, right? Due to this potential, first a charge is developed on it. Let me take here a plus Q. Inside a charge, if I take Q, here it is nothing but a minus Q, right? One inside plate is plus Q. That is the first plate. Q means minus Q. Just now we discussed the charge distribution, right? In charge distribution, inside inner plate of the first plate, this is the first plate, second plate. Inner plate of the first plate is a charge Q. So inner plate of the second plate is minus Q, right? Okay. Now when it is connected to this one, there is no charge here, right? That means charge should become 0. Only we are giving charge Q to it, that's all. When I give Q, then what happens? Minus Q will be developed here, Q and minus Q. After that here plus Q again, this is nothing but minus Q. Here it is plus Q and this is nothing but minus Q, like this. Plus Q, minus Q, plus Q, minus Q, plus Q, minus Q. Hope this is clear to all, right? Okay. Now if I take what are the potentials? What are the potentials here? See, same charge is distributing. Here what is that? Same charge. It is released only charge Q. This Q is transferred here and this is the charge. Fine. So only the charge Q will be there. So same charge will be distributed. Same charge Q is distributed on the all capacitors. Like if I take in resistors, this is nothing but resistors R1, R2, R3, R1, R2, R3 in 10th class. So the current is current entering here. This is nothing but current. The same current passes through all the resistors. Here same charge passes through all the capacitors. So what I can give conclusion here, first one is number one, Q is the same. First one is Q same. Hope it is clear. Q is same. Fine. Next, if I take V is a difference. See, potentials on each capacitors will be different. Here it is V1, V2 and V3. All are different. So V is a difference. 2 points we have to know. V difference. So what is the difference between resistors and capacitor? Here R1, R2, R3 resistors. Here capacitor C1, C2, C3. Here current. Here it is charge. That's all. Okay. V is a difference. V is a difference. V1, V2 and V3. Now if I want the ratio of potentials, V1 is to V2 is to V3. Fine. If I want here V1 is to V2 is to V3. Similarly, if I want what is V1, what is V2, what is V3, or total potential V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. That's all. V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the total potential across or distributed on the each capacitor V1, V2 and V3, right? If I want what is V1, we know the formula for capacitance C is equals to Q by V, right? If I want a V1, then I can write a V1, this is C1, right? Now C2 if I want Q by V2. Similarly, if I want C3 equals to Q by V3, right? Hope it is clear. Now V1 can be written as now V1 is equal to Q by C1, right? Similarly, V2 is equals to Q by C2. Similarly, V3 is equals to Q by C3. Because Q is same, I am placing it as Q itself. Now what I can write, ratio of it Q by C1 is to Q by C2 is to Q by C3. That's all. Now or we can write the ratio 1 by C1 is to 1 by C2 is to 1 by C3. Hope it is clear. 1 by C1 is to 1 by C2 is to 1 by C3. So V is distributed. Now take this and substitute in the above equations V1, V2, V3 in a V equation. That is V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. V1 plus V2 plus V3. Or simply if I substitute here, now V is equal to See, this can be effective capacitance if I combine all the capacitors effective. So effective circuit, if I want to draw, I can draw now. This is two plates, first two plates, and here it is nothing but second plates. So they connected to a battery of potential. We connected to battery of potential of V. It is a positive, it's nothing but negative. Here it is nothing but a 0 volts. Here it is nothing but plus a V volts, right? Okay, it is distributed V and a 0. Here it is V and a 0. Fine. So effective capacitance. This is nothing but effective C effective. So here it is nothing but a plus Q minus Q. That's all. If I want C effective, what should I write? So C is equals to Q by V, Q divided by V, or V is equals to Q by C effective. So this will be done. V equals to Q by C effective. Now substitute all the values here. V1 is there. V1 is Q by C1, and V2 is Q by C2. Similarly, V3 is Q by C3. Fine. Now V is equal to Q by C. Substituting all the values in, let me take this nothing but equation number 1. When I substitute all the values in equation number 1, so what we can get here? Let us see. So V can be written as Q by CE. V equals to Q by C1 equals to Q by, sorry, plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. Hope it is clear. Now Q, if I take it common, Q by C effective equals to Q, if I take it as common, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So Q se Q gaya. So 1 by C effective equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. But in resistors, what we got, R1 plus R2 plus R3, right? If I take two capacitors, only two capacitors, one and two capacitors which are connected to a battery of potential V. So this is nothing but V positive and negative, it is C1, and this is nothing but C2. So C effective, if I want C1 or C2 by C1 plus C2, simply I can write C1 plus C2. So try to use this one while calculation, because this is nothing but 1 by C effective is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. So we can use this one, and simply what we can do, C effective is C1 C2 by C1. See, whenever you're doing problems, you use this formula. Okay, not this one. Okay, if you use this one again, some of them will do mistakes. How they will do mistakes, the students, let us see in the problems. So try to use both are correct only, but sometimes what happens, you'll calculate 1 by C and you'll be telling the answer not 1 by C. Again you have to reciprocate this 1 by C answer effective whatever you are getting, right? Hope this is clear. There if you take in resistors case R1 and R2, R1, R2, here current I is passing, current is same, potentials are divided V1 and V2. So total potential is V is equal to V1 plus V2. Here potentials are divided as V1 and V2. Here charge, it's nothing but a Q. Charge is same, and here current is same. Potentials are different. Here also potentials are different. Now total potential, if I take V is equals to V1 plus V2. So here potential also V is equal to V1 plus V2. So common terms, but what is the resistance? Resistance in series is R1 plus R2. Hope it is clear. Yes, here current and charge. Here resistance, here it is resistance, here it's C1 and C2. Potentials are same, right? Here V is equal to V1 plus V2, which is common to both the things. Here resistance R is equals to R1 plus R2. Here if I take capacitance is C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 for two capacitors, and for three capacitors, for n number of capacitors. Let us go with n number of capacitors. If I take 1 by C is equals to 1 by C effective equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 plus so on 1 by Cn, right? For n number of capacitors. If C1 equals to C2 equals to C3 equals to so on equal to C, so all magnitudes are equal, then C effective is equal to N by C, we can write, or C effective is equal to C by N. So effective capacitance is decreasing by what? N times. Hope this is clear for n number of capacitors. Is it clear, this one, all of you? Have any doubts? Let me know. So this is first case is series combinations. Just we discussed series combination, right? So what is the definition of series combination? So this is nothing but a positive plate. Let us take it as last one is negative. So when positive plate of the first capacitor, that is a negative, this is nothing but negative plate of the first capacitor connected to positive plate of the second capacitor, negative plate of the second capacitor connected to positive plate of the third capacitor, and so on. Finally, the positive plate of the first capacitor connected to positive terminal of the battery, and a negative plate of the last capacitor connected to negative terminal of the battery, called a series combination. So this is the way that we have to give the definition. Hope it is clear. So try to solve this question. Here two capacitors are there. Let me take a C1 equals to, this is nothing but C2. Two capacitors of each. C1 is 6 microfarads and C2 is 3 microfarads connected to a battery of potential 12 volts. First one we have to calculate effective capacitance. Second one is the charge on each capacitor. Third one is a change in the potential on each capacitor. Fourth one is energy stored in a 6 microfarad and 3 microfarad. Hope this is clear. Just I'll give some time for you just to try to solve and tell me the answers. Hope this question is clear. So let me start the solution for it. If I take effective capacitance directly, two capacitors are there. We can use as effective equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. C1 plus C2. We can write this one as C1 C2, that is 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3, which is nothing but 9. This is 1 then the 3 which is nothing but 2 microfarads. 2 microfarads. So one thing we got. Now C effective is equal to 2 microfarads, right? Okay. Or we can also write C in a series is 2 microfarads. Is it clear, this one, all of you? Next, what we require, Q on each capacitor. So one thing it should be very clear that, so charge will be same, charge distribution will be same. So what I'll do is I'll convert this circuit into equivalent circuits. If I convert this into equivalent circuits, let me take this nothing but equivalent circuits, right? There's nothing but a plus minus, this nothing but 12 volts. Here it is a 2 microfarads, right? This is the C equivalent, right? C effective, whatever we got, 2 microfarads. So now charge, so this will be charge Q. Now simply everything is there. V is there, C is there. See, V is equal to, normally C is equals to C effective is equals to Q by V, or Q is equals to C effective into V, or Q is equals to C effective is 2 into 12, which is nothing but Q is equals to 24 microcoulombs, right? Q is how much? 24 microcoulombs. Hope it is clear. So same charge will be passing through first capacitor and second capacitor also. Same charge will be passing, right? So same charge. How much charge will be passed? 24 microcoulombs. 24 microcoulombs. Here also 24 microcoulombs. Same charge will be passing through each first capacitor and second capacitor. Now you want to calculate delta V. How to calculate delta V? Let us see. If you want to calculate delta V on each capacitor. Now let me take like this. First one, here it is a second capacitor, right? The first one is C1 6 microfarads. Here it is how much? 3 microfarads. Hope it is clear. Here charge is entering here 24 microcoulombs. Here also 24 microcoulombs. That's 24 microcoulombs. So of course this is connected to a 12 volts battery. So if you add total, so V is equals to 12 volts battery. V is equals to 12 volts battery. Hope it is clear. V is equals to 12 volts battery. Now as V is equals to 12 volts battery, fine. If you add both the things, you should get a 12 volts. Let me take here V1. Here it is V2. See, very simple, right? Here C is there. Here it is Q is there. We can calculate V1. So how to calculate V1? C is equals to Q by V1 or C1, right? Now V1 is equal to Q by C1. So V1 is equals to potential Q. Q is 24 microcoulombs divided by 6. Now V1 equal to how much we are getting here? This is 4 volts. So I can write here simply 4 volts. Is it clear? This is 4 volts. So obviously this should get total should be what? 12. That means directly I can write without calculating, it will be 8 volts. Or if you want, we can calculate. Now V2 equals to Q by C2, or V2 equals to Q. Again 24, because series combination charge is same. Now Q2, if you take it as C2, what is C2 here? कोई बोल सकते हैं क्या? C2 क्या है? C2 is 3. बोले तो there is nothing but V2 equals to 8 volts. Is it clear, all of you? Yes, no, बोलिए. See first case, what we did, effective capacitance, effective, C effective is C1 plus C2. Then we got effective capacitance is nothing but 2 microfarads, or a series combination, we can say microfarads. Next, C effective, we got 2 microfarads, fine, and we got it as V is equals to V already given, that is 12 volts. Now what I am doing, C effective, I got it as now C effective. What is the charge? Which is charge passing through the effective capacitance, which is nothing but 24 microcoulombs, which will be distributed here. Same charge will be distributed in both the cases. So here it is Q, here also it is Q, same. So potentials, if I want potentials, how to calculate? See, C1 is equal to Q by V1. Similarly, V2 is equals to Q by C2. Then I got what is V1? 4 volts. What is V2? 8 volts. So you can check it out whether it is correct or not. So V is equals to 12 volts. We should get even V is equal to V1 plus V2. What we got here? V is equals to V1 4 volts plus 8 volts, which is V is equals to what I can write here, 12 volts. This is the answer for the question. So total is 12 volts. It is satisfying. Even this is satisfying. We were best. So whatever the answer we got, it is correct. Okay. The last one, what we require, 1, 2, 3 completed. Fourth one, energy stored in 6 microfarads. Energy stored in 3 microfarads. Anybody can tell what is energy stored in 6 microfarads? Energy stored, we can take different equations. There is no problem here. Energy stored. If I want energy stored in 6 microfarads, so what we have for 6 microfarads, 6 here potential is 4V is there. So here this is nothing but 24 micro, fine, 3 microfarads. And what is the potential we have? 8 volts is there. Even charge is there here, 24 microcoulombs, here also 24 micro. Any formula we can use and we can calculate half a CV square, half a QV, or half a Q square by 2C. Anyone? I'm using now half a CV square. See, energy if I want, we can use a Q square by 2C. एक है formula, E1 E2 equals to half a CV square, half a CV square, or E3 is equals to half a Q into V. Any formula we can use, nothing to worry about it. So if I want energy on first one, let me take E is equals to half a CV square. That C क्या है? C is 6 into V square. So that's nothing but 16. A 1's a 3's a. How much we are getting? Energy on the first capacitor is 3 into 48. 48 joules. Right. First one is completed. Similarly, second one, if I take E is equals to half a CV square, which nothing but half into C, 3 microfarads into V square, that is a 6 6 sorry 8 8 64. This is 1 32. So how much I am getting? Can you tell me? 96. Hope it is clear. Yes or no? Energy, how much you are getting? Energy 96 microjoules. So E2 energy stored on its 96 microjoules. Hope it is clear till this point, all of you. So this is the energy stored in this one. Here also energy stored. Hope these two are right, E1 and E2. So if you want to Q into V also you can do. See, Q into V, 24 into 4, right? Half a Q into V, you can check it out here. If I do half a Q into V, so half a Q is nothing but a 24 into V, 4. This is 1's or 2's. Directly I'm getting it is 42. Any formula you can use. And Q square by 2C also you can use, right? Q square by 2C if I use Q square Q is 24 into 24 divided by 2 into C. C is how much? 6, right? C is 6. This is 1 12, this is 1 2. Again, I am getting how much? 48. Sorry, here 48. So this is nothing but 48. Here also 48. See, any formula we can use to get the answer. Hope it is clear to all of you. Yes? Yes, no? Very good. Hope it is clear to all. Thank you.